So we're so excited to flow into our first presenter, our next speaker, Lena. Lena, hello, love. We're going to bring you on, and we're so happy to meet with you today and hear all that you have to share. Would you like to introduce
Hi.
yourself to everyone?
Hi. Well, nice to be here and really honored to have a chance to be with this beautiful group, which I'm already sensing. Yeah, so I am sitting in Slovenia. I was born, raised here. I live in Slovenia, in Europe. And well, next to my regular job, I'm also a yoga teacher, a shamanic practitioner, Ayurvedic practitioner, a channeler. Yeah, so I do also Jungian coaching, so lots of modalities there. But today I will be channeling the drops. It's a collective group that came for me after my husband's passing in 2023. And also other beings came after that, but yeah, the drops are staying. Actually, I can also say that they are very playful and funny. They make me laugh. And yeah, usually when I channel for the others, they also can make fun, but in a really a nice way, not offending anyone, of course. So yeah, I love them. So they will be coming in today.
Beautiful. Wow, we're so happy. Thank you. Thank you for being here and for sharing your beautiful gifts. So we'll let you bring in their messages.
Okay, so I just need a few seconds, I would say, to connect. Hello, Amy, Allison, Catherine, and everyone else in this beautiful group. We're the drops, and as Lena actually already announced, we not only that we just arrived, but we have been here for some time. Actually, with Lena the whole day, and even before that, but she was not paying so much attention. So now we are fully in, and she's not so much plugged into this group anymore. So what we know is that you all want to be more and more and more connected. Is that right?
Yes.
So what we would say is that you already are all fully connected, but the challenge for you or the invitation for you, it depends to whom we speak to. But the challenge or the invitation is just to be mindful of that, to plug into your own mindfulness, your own awareness, your own consciousness. That's when you actually activate yourself fully, because you are already in the grid of this very, very activated network and connections, and really working or being very we would say functional in this ether or this energetical space that you are actually all flowing into and swimming in. So the invitation here is to do more of the things that we have been hearing you doing before, like meditating, even being connected to yourself through doing different kind of practices. Yes, it can be Reiki, it can be yoga, it can only be walking or swimming. So do whatever feels nice for you, including your body, because it's not just a vessel as it's so popular to call it nowadays, but it's also intelligence on its own, working with your own mind and intuition, because everything is connected. So when you are taking care of everything, not only for opening up certain chakra, let's say, or activating certain part of you, like you call it intuition, but rather working with yourself wholesomely, like fully, with full awareness, again, mindfulness, and respecting your body, respecting your mind. You also talk often about the ego, but the ego, it's not something considered as an obstacle here. The ego actually helps you, supports you on this path of, we would say, expansion and further evolution. So if you make sure that your so-called ego and your intuition, let's say, are the best pair, the best friends even, well, then you can win this case. Does that make sense, Amy?
Yes, thank you. I love how you describe that because that is true. And actually, just last week, I had a conversation with a friend about the ego and how it does support us. So I'm glad,
Mhm.
yeah, it's wonderful you brought that up. And so I'm going to just invite if anybody in the chat has questions you can put through, we can ask the drops. But I loved how you were sharing the information, how we can incorporate intuition into all aspects of our being and a part of our day. And so I'm wondering if you have any information for those who might be having a day that feels kind of frustrating for them or there's too much energy around. Are there any tips that you have to help them realign in that moment?
Mhm. Yes, so it's a very simple one and it was repeated many times. But what we also tend to see is that such tips are often then taken as, you would say, a cliche, but actually they're the most powerful tools, like, for example, breathing. So the simple breath, you see, can take one from one stage. It might be situation when a person feels down, feels sad, maybe angry, which is another form of density, because those feelings, those emotions are important when you live in the human form on earth, because you are invited all the time to transmute them to transform them into higher vibrations and higher frequencies. So you need to feel them. Actually, you came for this experience, and actually you won't believe it, but you want to own them. So, because as souls, you all want to have challenges. So when you feel down, you know, the soul knows that it's being invited to elevate from that state. So just breathe, just breathe. And by breathing, you will get on the bridge. Imagine a bridge. Just by breathing, you will get yourself on the bridge. And that bridge, if you continue walking on it, we mean breathing with your full awareness, you will get from one end to the other, meaning from maybe dense feelings and emotions that are pulling you down, or so you perceive it, to the higher level emotions. See, it's
Mhm.
really simple, but then it's not so simple because you are taking it as simple, you see? And that's the paradox.
Yes. Yes, thank you, thank you. And I was just feeling that in this world today, there can be so much around. So this is a perfect reminder to pause and to breathe and how it adjusts, it will really clear out the energy and lift us. So I appreciate that reminder and just encourage everybody to also implement it if you're feeling it. So it's a really nice way to reset the energies. We do have a question about our intuition and discerning. How do we tell the difference between is it our intuition or just a thought in our head when we have a choice to make?
Mhm. Yes, we get this question a lot or often. So, when you say that maybe it's just a thought in your head, but then who created the thought? Can you ask yourself that? And just sink into, when you raise this question, and allow the answer to come. So who created the thought? So if you say like, it was just my ego, well, what is the ego made out of? Can you just allow yourself and feel that you are more expansive, that you are bigger than you think when you are just thinking, and when you are, well, we can say like stuck only in your mind area. So when you begin thinking about these things, also we would invite you to drop into your heart area, because there is less space for logical part of your functional thinking, and then you can get more pure answers, even though maybe those sometimes won't make sense to you, and maybe those will get a sense only after a while. Could be maybe next hour, next day, or next week, or even a year, and then it will occur to you, well, I think I have a deja vu or something like that.
Yes.
Because these all are, you call them thoughts, we call them concepts, but then at the end of the day, the concepts, the ideas, they are manifested, and then they get the concrete form. And you see, they were all created from the divine, beginning, starting with your thought, so-called thought. Just remember, first it was the world, the word, right?
Right. Right.
So does this answer the question?
I believe so. I understand it. I appreciate. I can feel a lot of warmth coming in too. So I feel that this just calms the heart and the mind. And I love that you mentioned that the thoughts in the mind, the energy of the heart. And to me, I know that when I do have something heavy on my heart or going a lot in my mind, when I can get the two to sync and connect and come together, that it provides that peaceful feeling. Can you speak a little bit about the next stage that I experience is I'll have a peaceful feeling and then I can ask, and I'll get a strong yes or a strong no from my body. Can you speak a little bit about the body's intuition?
Yes. So first, we would like to relate to what you said, that you have this beautiful feeling of harmony when the two connect. And this is exactly what we were talking about when we said that ego and intuition can be best friends, because this is actually the feeling that they are bringing in. So the harmony, the inner peace, you see. And where you get this feeling or sensation of inner peace and harmony in the body is when you feel lighter, when you don't feel that you have something on your chest or in your gut area, when you don't feel the nervous system running, when you don't feel the heart pumping. So when you just feel that you are really literally in peace, and when you are at ease, when there is nothing out of alignment, actually your body is the perfect intelligence. And always when something is off, the body will tell you. And this is actually the invitation again. When people say, for example, that they are fighting certain disease, well, we would just correct. When you use the term fighting, actually, this means that you are resisting something. When the body is only informing you through the disease, with the disease, actually with the help of disease, that something is off and that something should be addressed. So actually, even though it sounds, we don't want to sound cruel, but the disease is there to help you, to support you, because you are so very loved. You see, your body is actually working always and constantly till the end of your human days for you, showing you when something is off. And when something, or when everything is okay, the body will feel again light. So you will feel that you have a lot of energy. Maybe you will even sleep less because your body won't require that much of a nurturing time, you see?
Yes, thank you. I feel that so deeply, so much love. And I think the more that we connect with our body and respect and love our body, that again, the unity comes through and it will help us, as you
Yes.
mentioned, with just the clarity of what's
Yes.
occurring. Yeah, yeah. Um, we have a question regarding accessing spiritual gifts by way of releasing any blocks. And this could be any kind of block. Do you have anything to share for those who might feel they're coming up to a space of resistance?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Can you stop resisting? So we know that seems hard, but actually, to us at least, and some of us have been in a human form, we know that it's simpler than you think. Actually, when a person is in a really, really, really difficult situation, as or at least so perceived difficult situation, when the situation gets worse and worse, and a person maybe doesn't do much or even nothing regarding solving the situation. So the situation is not improving, could be even worse and worse. So when you are completely sank into, let's say you feel that you are in total mud and you cannot get out of that mud, well, then you finally release because you are maybe not, the stage of desperation was already gone, is already gone by this time. So when you finally release, then the situations around you, again, perceived by you, are lighter, become lighter, things flow. And actually, we will give you an example. If somebody, let's say, ends up in a hospital and maybe even in a coma, not functioning at all, being present, of course, with the higher consciousness, but still not functioning as a human being in here and now. So, what the person can realize is, when also coming out of coma, that life kept going, right? So,
Mhm.
nothing really ended. Even the consciousness was there, just the body didn't function. So, this is what we mean by releasing, because eventually, if you're not working for your highest good with your intention, well, the universe will take care of your highest good, of course, but you are so invited to work with it, with your mindfulness, with your awareness, because there is where the joy lies, and the happiness even, which you are so keen to persuade. But if you see that, if you follow the signs which are given to you every moment, every day, countless times, if you are able to pick up those hints, those messages coming to you all the time again, and work with them, well,
Mhm.
then you can really be joyful and happy in life.
Ah,
See?
yeah,
So
thank you.
don't resist. Don't resist. Just allow things to be more flowy for you. And again, come back to your breath. If you feel the resistance, well, that's clearly first shown in your breath again, because maybe your breath is shallower. Maybe your tension feels or gets manifested in your body somewhere. So work on that. You can even massage the tension so that the blocks, which can be manifested then as even as physical illnesses, massage them, breathe through them, work with them, talk to them, communicate with yourself. This is what we are actually just reminding you of, because you already know all this.
Thank
Does this
you.
make sense?
Yes, yes, I'm feeling that kind of to summarize some of the highlights, is to relax and release and
Yes.
allow things to transpire.
Yes.
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 And then, do you have any tips or advice for those who are in that process and they're now starting to receive information, but wondering if they can trust it when we
Mm-hmm.
question ourselves? Do you have any
Mm-hmm.
guidance?
Yes. So, we sense that many people now, not only within this group, but many people all around the globe feel this contraction, personal, or could be in their family, could be in their wider society. So and this has a purpose, we promise you, because everything is there for a reason. So when you have this sense of contraction and maybe even being stuck, feeling of being stuck, we would invite you to do something that sounds really difficult to you, but then it's so doable. Actually, it's what has to be done. From the place of contraction, do the expansion. Do it with your full awareness. So, for example, if you feel that you have a minus on your bank account, again, yes, there is seen minus when you take a look at the bank account, but again, just feel how is your perception regarding that.
Mm.
So, from that state, think about the values that you have in your life. So, what are your social bondages? What are your connections? What can you use as the leverage from that state of being, from that situation to expand? So, for example, if you start with small things, can you go to the store not looking at the prices and the costs and take what you need, not worrying about the bank account? And then, if you can, maybe ask somebody who's close to you to maybe get that for you, or get you a loan that you will, of course, pay back. Maybe not in a financial currency, maybe it will be through work or through some service that you will provide, because this is all wealth. Wealth doesn't lie only in the financial forms, you see.
Mhm.
So again, this is an invitation. We have just given you one example, but for example, when you feel stuck also in relationship, can you work through that from the bigger place, from the place when you are bigger than just that feeling? Maybe you feel that you are not so loved, or that you're not getting enough attention from a certain person. So can you be bigger than that and see that maybe that person is acting as they are because they actually have something to share with you, and that is a love. Maybe even if we are extreme here and the relationship will end, maybe that's also, can you consider that as an opportunity for you to get another love, bigger love, greater than what you had? So again, act to your highest good in the expensive way, even if you feel stuck, because it's
Mm.
just a feeling, it's just a perception. And we are not minimizing that. Don't get us wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming through today. This has been a beautiful opportunity. I can feel all of the love and appreciate your guidance. So,
Mm,
yeah. And
yes,
we,
this was a serious topic for us as well. So, next time, when we will get a chance to talk to you and the group, maybe, not maybe, but probably in a bit different setup, mm, we are looking forward to also a bit mm, funny topics.
thank you. We will be ready. Yes, we really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much for the drops. And we'll let Lena come back. It was so beautiful.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, the whole group, and take care. Good luck. We love you. We love you.
Thank you. Much love.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, so beautiful.
I
oh,
love.
The drops are
what
so loving, so compassionate. I had such a heart healing. Thank you so much for bringing them through, Lena.
Oh gosh, they were all over me, like, pouring through tears because like it was really strong. I think that the space was really, oof, yeah,
Yeah.
full of
Yeah.
energy. Thank you.
Thank
Mm,
you. We
thank
could
you so
feel it.
much.